What's going on, everybody? It's Fox Wade, government contracting practitioner, and I wanted to share with you all something that's very, very critical in this government contracting space. All right. And that critical mechanism is understanding your pricing, but also understanding what are your competitors' pricing? What are they rates that they're charging the government for the same type of services that you are providing? So I'm going to give you all some secret sauce here, right? So there is a site called GSA eLibrary. It stands for General Services Administration Electronic Library. And this is where we can find all the approved GSA schedules with approved pricing, right? In order to have a GSA schedule, you have to go through a solicitation process. You have to have 3 contracts, basically 3 past performances associated with the type of rates that you plan to charge the government. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want you all to go to www.gsa.gsa.gov. All right, so we're going to go there, as you see. Right, very, very, very simplified website, right? So let me go ahead and zoom in right quick. So I like to keep things fair. I like to show receipts. So we're actually going to take a dive at what does my company Black Fox charges the government when we're going after opportunities, right? And a lot of times government agencies buy off this contract vehicle called the GSA schedule. You have multiple award schedules, IT schedules, so many different GSA contract vehicles that are out there, but we're not talking about vehicles. We're talking simply about pricing. All right, cool. So let's say that you are doing similar stuff to what my company Black Fox does. Yes, I do have an actual live company that is in the field of doing business with the government. All right. And once again, you have to have 3 past performances with government agencies, so that way you could be awarded a GSA schedule. Once again, you got to go through a solicitation process. It can take up to 6 to 12 months. Yes, it does take a long time to get it. So I say, if you do have 3 past performances, get started on your GSA schedule day. But you're not going to learn that here. We're going to talk about pricing, right? So let's say that you are like, I'm competing with Fox Wade's company, Black Fox, right? I'm going to compete against this company right here. You can see my email address, our a website, our UEI, and our primary NAICS code. Okay, you can see my GSA schedule point of contact here, right? Because this is like your contract representative, your government point of contact. We were recently awarded our GSA schedule in April of 2022, right? It's good for a 5-year period. Right. So, but you can always do modifications to it as well. Right. So let's say you're looking for a particular rate. Right. So we're going to click on that little attached file. So right here, you can see, boom, company Black Fox, all our contact information here. Yes, we are an 8A and SDVB certified company, as you see here. Right. Let you know that our maximum order with the government per our SIN or our NAICS code is $1 million. Minimum, I believe, is 250 grand, right? And we also can say what type of discounts that we have also associated with the government. Okay, so when you want to figure out who's charging what, right, and they do have a GSA schedule, you can actually go look at their labor rates and categories. So right here, you can see here's our labor categories: program manager, senior business analyst, senior consultant, SME lead, because we are a business management consulting firm and we do tons of things when it comes to business management. You can see the type of education, et cetera. But here's where you're going to see our rates, right? So let's say that we went after a contract. GSA said, the customer says we want to go with you, right? Because if you already have your pricing structure in place, so we know what you're going to be charging us. So I already have the first year already taken care of, right? And because cost of living goes up and there's a escalation clause for each year on our GSA contract, we're going to do a 3% raise or rise each year. So you're going to go from year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Remember, I told you that it's good for 5 years. So this is where you can see exactly where's my starting point or my maximum ceiling when I'm charging the government per hour when it comes to particular requirements. We only do time and material per this contract vehicle, but this is really, really cool, right? So I'm gonna show y'all something else. So you're probably thinking like, okay, that's great. That's wonderful. What does that have to do with me? All I do is janitorial services, but guess what? I don't know what to charge the freaking government, right? I don't know. So we can actually do a keyword search in the search bar, right? Here we got a drop down menu. Going to click on janitorial services, hit search, and voila, look at that. We got tons of companies out there, right? Tons of companies out there that do janitorial services. So you got to pick up the litter out here, right? But I like to come all the way down to the end, right? So we're going to look at the contractors down here. So we got a choice of 3 contractors that we can kind of get a gauge on what is approved by the government, right? So this is a 1-year-old or a 1.5-year-old GSA schedule. So these rates are still pretty good. All right. Where did you go, Flo? Let's see where we can click on. Oh, it came up as a Word document. Let me just go ahead and click here and see if we can bring it up. Come on, buddy. Come on. We got you. All right. So it's going to come up as an actual Word document. Give me a second here while that Word document download. I'm going to switch over to that document here pretty shortly. All right. Hopefully y'all are taking some notes on how to figure out what to charge the government. Now understand that these are federal approved rates. This doesn't have anything to do with state and local, but at the same time, you still can gauge what? You still can gauge what are my competitors charging these federal government agencies, right? And sometimes you can apply it towards state and local. Depends on where you're at. All right. So let me go ahead and switch over. Boom. So we have a companies, right? Remember, this is public information. You don't need a login. You don't need any credentials to get in. This is all public information. So this beautiful company right here called AmeriClean Janitorial Services Corp, right? Here's their multiple award schedule for what? General janitorial services. So you can see right here, here's their labor categories. Let's say you don't even understand what labor categories do I need to do, right? Here's a little cheat code for you all. You can actually come here and copy off of people's GSA schedules to see how they frame their labor categories. So right here, you say a laborer, right, for janitorial services for normal working hours. You have after normal. How many of y'all thought about this? See, I didn't even think about this, that you can do it for normal and after working hours, right? Here's their rates. Now understand, this is not the rate in which you are paying the employee or the independent contractor that's subbing under you. These are the rates in which you are charging the government. You are billing, you are invoicing the government per hour, these particular rates. Okay. All right. So to go down, it talks about only need a high school, supervisor needs a bachelor's degree. But isn't that pretty cool? Right? How you got the rates right here, right? Even the supervisor rates, normal hours and after normal hours, right? So I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to now go ahead and do your own research, because this information is gold, yo. It is freaking gold. Come on now. Talk to me out there. So once again, you can go to GSA eLibrary right here, GSA eLibrary.gsa.gov, right? You can search in a keyword search, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're in facilities, human capital, IT, transportation, professional services, security, travel. They have all the categories here to which you can find your competitors' rates. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Hey, once again, tell everybody, follow Fox Wade, right? I've been doing this for 5 years and I've been beating my head against the wall, winning contracts, networking. And now it's time for me to share this information with you all so that way you can do the same, because we're talking about $1 trillion industry. I can't be awarded $1 trillion something dollars. I'm only trying to get 50 million of that, right? Which is a fraction. So this is some great information for you all to go ahead, do a deep dive yourselves to figure out what your competitors are charging and how you can get into this game as well. Right. So, hey, once again, subscribe. It's your boy Fox Wade. Peace.